I've been playing chess while you were still learning to spell entitlement. I walked to my desk, slow and deliberate. I let the suspense build. I pulled out the parchment. I slid it across the table. The sunlight hit it just right, illuminating the watermark. I said, "You just need to sign a single document to sever the legal ties." She snatched that pen like it was the last lifeboat on the Titanic. She didn't read a single word. She didn't ask Jack to look it over. She signed with a flourish so dramatic I half expected fireworks to erupt behind her. Then she kicked off her heels and dug her toes into my shag rug. She announced she loved it. She announced she'd be redecorating. She announced she'd have me over for tea, occasionally. I waited until her signature was dry. I picked up the document. I held it like a holy relic. And then I spoke. "I can only assume you love it enough to pay for it." She froze. Her smile didn't so much drop as it shattered. I explained the clause, the roof, the plumbing, the foundation, the tax lien, the $400,000 bill that now bore her name and her signature. Jack went white as the tablecloth. Chloe went red as her lipstick. She screamed. She called it fraud. I corrected her gently. "No, my darling, this is a transfer of burden. You wanted the asset. The asset comes with teeth." She started crying, but I noticed there were no tears, just hot, angry breath and a vein throbbing in her temple. She demanded I tear it up. I told her I couldn't. The document was already filed electronically with the county clerk at 9:02 a.m. that morning. I tucked the original into my purse. I straightened my pearls. I stood up. "I believe I have a flight to the Bahamas to catch," I said. "I've booked the penthouse, the hotel has a spa, and the best part? I paid for it with the proceeds from the sale of this property, which I completed last week, to a developer who plans to demolish it. You're welcome to stop the demolition, of course, if you can afford the permits." The silence that followed was the sweetest sound I've ever heard. Better than the ocean, better than champagne, better than my late husband's snore. I walked out of that house with my head high and my heels clicking a rhythm of absolute victory. I paused at the door. I looked back. Chloe was on her knees, clutching the parchment, reading it like it was her own death sentence. Jack was just staring at me, mouth open, looking like he'd finally realized who in this family actually runs the show. I winked at them. I didn't need to say a word. But I'll tell you what I thought as I stepped into the warm, salty breeze. You don't demand a woman's legacy, you earn it. And if you can't earn it, you certainly don't try to steal it from her while she's still breathing.